Hey folks, welcome to Flukatronic. Today we're going to be doing another behind the curtains look at a recent project. This is the song sketch called Happyish, and we'll be looking at the composition a little bit, about where this came from, and then we're going to just play the video and I'll do kind of a director's cut commentary kind of thing over it. So let's look at the chord chart here. So this came about just kind of from playing around with this 5-string tenor I got in a few months ago, and just playing around with different chord patterns. There's really only two sections to the song. The first is the A section is really just two chords repeated over and over, which is this B flat major 9 to A minor 11. And you can see there's only two fingers there, lots of open strings. But this 5-string setup is really tuned, call it kind of a modified kiku tuning, which really just means a reentrant guitar-like tuning. So it's 5 strings, the 4 strings, the top 4 strings are just low G, C, E, A, just like a regular ukulele. And then that 5th string is a reentrant D. So it's really the same pattern or same tonal relationships as a guitar tuning. You're just missing that 6th string, and the 5th string is an octave up of where it would be really in galele or guitarlele tuning. So it's not as weird as it sounds, but it does give you some different voicings and ways to do really neat sounding chords like this. So that's where it came from. And then the B section is all these again bar chords with just one other finger. So just kind of cool chord progression there, and it's kind of a whole tone progression, if you will. So you're going from A flat, B flat, C, D, and just a little bit different permutations of that. So that's kind of where it came from. And we'll see during the video, we basically go through a long A section, a B section, then another A section, another B section, and then a short A to end. And when I did the recording, okay, so let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, so I recorded this outside. It was in the morning. So you can see, or you can hear quite loudly, some birds and I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. If anybody knows, be glad to know. Yeah, the bird was kind of loud. And you can obviously hear other insect noises and traffic noises. So the instruments I'm using here are a U bass and of course the ukulele. The first flute here is a high C Native American style flute. It's by Dragonfly Flutes. Terry Green in Australia made this particular flute. And the pad coming there underneath the other instruments, that was actually done on the PC with the Warble Wind Controller and the Respiro software synth. And there's also a shaker in there, which I just did kind of freestyle. If you look in my right ear there, you can see an earpiece. So I was playing to a click track, but as we'll see, one of the problems in the B sections in particular, I basically lost the click. And that's one of the reasons why this is a sketch, because wasn't able to really fit the other instruments that I kind of have envisioned. So we're still in the first A section, and it's really too long. Flute kind of ran out of ideas probably quite a while back. And the break there, that wasn't really designed as far as the composition either. So that was really just to kind of regroup after the A section and kind of resync with the click going into the B section. And there you go. So you can kind of tell here I've basically lost the click, and what really happened there was I was kind of playing louder for this section, and the louder I played, the louder the crickets got. So that was just kind of weird. So combination of those factors, I basically just lost the click and the timing on that section. So going back to the A section and switching the melody instrument here. So this is a C whistle this time. It's a wooden whistle by Orphan Woods. Can't really see it in here, but it's made out of a purple heart. We haven't really gotten here in the tip series yet, but because both of these are C whistles, or C, the C flute and the C naff, or sorry, the C naff and the C whistle. But the naff is in C minor, is its natural scale, and the whistle here is in C major, neither of which is the song scale, which is B flat, essentially. So the flutes are basically I'm using really a different scale for the two different flutes. Okay, so here we're going back to the B section again. So the C whistle is, that actually is in the same key as the ukulele. So some of the notes you can imagine are a little bit odd, going from A flat chord to B flat chord. Now that was actually a happy accident there. That last chord ended up being an E flat essentially, even though I was playing it at the 3rd fret. So that's something I want to actually incorporate back into the composition. So I was supposed to go up to the D chord to end that section, and ended up actually playing what ended up being an E flat chord, which actually fits better going back into the B flat A section. If that makes sense. So that's something I actually want to incorporate back when when I do a studio version of this track. So this goes back into the A section, and this part is really too short. So that kind of covers some of the shortcomings and things that I'd like to do a little bit differently. Just dealing with the noise, and yeah, so that's the end there. Um, but there was a lot of good things in that track, and uh, in the different takes, so I wanted to put it together um, as a song sketch just to have it that way. And we'll come back and do another version in the studio, maybe with a little less nature noise, traffic noise for sure, and a little bit cleaner arrangement and percussion and all that kind of good stuff. So we'll see how that comes out, and maybe you'll like this one better, or maybe you like the other one better. I don't know, but it's all part of the process. So just sharing that with you guys. All right, that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Flukatronic.